Hello and welcome everyone, duckyobrien here, and today I'll be bringing you guys a preview of a game called Rising Lords. Rising Lords was developed by Argonwood, it was published by Argonwood and Maple Whispering, and I'll be releasing into early access on May 27, 2020 with the price to be announced. Anyways, let's get into it. Rising Lords is basically a turn-based strategy game. It kind of reminds me of Heroes of Might and Magic, the old ones. And it is kind of difficult, not gonna lie, but let's get into it. Also, this is the alpha, the pre-release. The early access stuff is gonna have more stuff. But this is the only song that you get. So what I'm gonna recommend doing is, if you get it early, probably play your own music for a little bit. It's not that it's bad, it just gets a little bit grating when you hear the same thing over and over again. Alright, so let's get into it. There's gonna be multiplayer, I'm gonna show off the quick battle and then the scenario. I name myself Sir Poopy Pants, the third of Poopyshire, so Poopshire. I know it's a little immature, but it is what it is. Okay, so this is the battle scenarios. You have, units, and then you got enemy units. This is how you fight in the main scenario as well, when you encounter an enemy village, etc. But this is like a quick battle. Let me see who. Ooh, this archer is by himself. Okay. You can assign a general to a unit, and they get some buffs. You get cards as well. As you play, you get more cards unlocked. Let's see, +2 retaliations. I haven't had much experience with the battle system, so I'll just go with this. Oh no. Alright. In a structure. Let's do this. We'll have him attack this dude. We're going to charge together. Let's move here. Yeah, this is the type of game where the AI actually moves its units around, kind of like in Heroes of Might and Magic, so a lot of nostalgia here. Amen. Okay. Oh, just one. Okay. It looks pretty easy, I know, but trust me when I say in these scenarios it's actually pretty hard, so I'm gonna load that up. I'm gonna say lord that up, and I was like, whoa, whoa. Puns. Unintentional puns coming in. Alright, so let's go into the game that I was playing. I had to start over because I was like, this is way harder than I realized it was going to be. Oh, this is not what I wanted to load up. My mistakes. Apologies there. It does take a while to load or for the AI to execute their turn. Just letting you guys know that this is the pre-release alpha version, so obviously when it does release on May 27th, it's gonna run a lot better, hopefully. Alright, so I'm gonna show off the music one more time, the reason why I muted it. This is all you hear. It's not bad, but you know, it does get a little bit grating. Majestic countryside. Alright, enough of the music. Nope, not even a little bit. Alright, it's a little awkward when it's completely silent, but I would rather have that than listen to that same song on loop. But I'm gonna go over the game a little bit. On the top bar are your resources. You got gold. So if you hover over the icon, it kind of tells you the cost breakdown. So basically you can earn gold by taxing your citizens. You can do, you know, different rates, but obviously the higher it is, the more unhappy people are going to be, and if they are unhappy, they will leave your towns. So if you look here, people are leaving my towns, this town right here, and they're moving to this one because this one looks better. Alright, anyways, you can do that. You can also sell and buy things from merchants. You can trade with other towns. That's not available in this version of the game, but it's going to be available when it comes out later. You got wood, you got stone, you got iron, you got wool, and then you have your weapons here to determine what type of units you get when you form an army. And basically, you need to make these weapons at the smithy right here. So you can kind of select what you want to make, and there's a cost associated with each of these items, and you need a peasant there to work. Now, this is turn-based, so that you have to end your turn, and after that turn you will have collected the weapons. So if you wanted to form an army, here it is. You just go here and you can do maximum if you don't want to do it yourself. And as you can see, I'm using up my weapons that I have available, and the citizens that I have available, they're just poor peasants, will be armed with a stick. Now this is a very small army. You need a pretty sizable army to assault a fortress. And if you do it early enough though, because the AI does play and fortify itself, if you attack them early, they'll be weak. So I attacked this neighboring village, and I managed to conquer it. Now, going back to this, so there is upkeep for armies. It costs gold. So if you're not using it, you gotta disband it. You just go click on the army and disband. But anyways, here we are. So we have the mechanics here. We got the population here. You can again see the details. There's a lot of stats to this game. You got birth stats, migration, either people coming in or going out. And here is another thing. Every 250 units of people, they form one worker peasant, and you can see them here. You can pick them up and assign them to different places. Now, it is a little bit hard to manage in that, let's say I have cows here, and if I leave these cows alone, they will die. So I have 439 cattle, which you can eat to kind of reduce the dependence on wheat, which you might need to do because wheat can only be collected during the harvest time. So, one turn you get to collect the wheat, the other time you're just working on it. Another thing, if you see that the peasants there are green, that means you have reached the maximum amount of workers allowed on that thing. There's like neat UI elements. And as you gain population, you get more worker peasants. So I can assign them here. And I'm going to turn this into a sheep farm because I'm going to need wool to expand later. And as over here, you have people working on wood. So as you see here, I have a lot of things available. I have an iron mine here. I have wood. I can tax my peasants. I can grow food, but I'm lacking stone. So if I want stone, I'm gonna have to go expand and attack a neighboring village with the stone quarry so that I can harvest that resource. Now it gets difficult in that you have to grow your village up. You have to maintain the upkeep, so you have to have enough food. This is kind of like Frostpunk, except instead of micromanaging units, just the general overall management of that city, you're actually micromanaging these units. Sorry, I meant to say micromanagement. All right. And as you see here, people are coming in, and then I get more peasants. I am building a church here to increase happiness. You can also build housing. If you don't build housing and the number of people exceed what your village currently supports, they will turn into beggars, and beggars will lower the happiness of the people. You cannot tax them, and you cannot use them as laborers. So it's highly encouraged that you have enough housing. So there's a lot of things to balance here. Now this is swampland, brambles, etc. You need to assign a peasant to clear it, and sometimes they die. So this game is not easy. There's a lot of hats to put on, a lot of different things to balance. If you look here in my food upkeep, can't really keep up with the demand, so that's why I'm clearing this out. And then once I got the sheep, I can use that for food as well. But here, you can right click on an adjacent spot next to the town, and you can choose your buildings to build. So if you look here, we've got a church. Build time is 6 turns. It houses 500 people, so that's basically 2 peasants. And these are the costs. So resources are really hard to come by. It's a little bit hard. And when you try to attack someone, you need a sizable army to make sure that you can actually overtake and defeat them in combat. So here we have these villagers coming in, so I'm building this to increase morale and to increase housing, so I don't have any beggars and I can utilize all the extra peasants. Alright, so I'm gonna end the round here, but before I do that, let me show off the map here. It's pretty sizable. We got the enemy CPU players. They're making moves. And this is the entire map. So if you look at the upper left, that's me. The blue areas are the territories that I own. This is the territories they own. This game is going to have multiplayer. End my turn. And during this time, the AI is actually physically moving around. Alright, and since all of these people are coming in here, I have gained a peasant, so I can move him around. Sir Pippi pants that the Pipshire serfs are being treated very well. So I'm gonna take this guy off, I'm gonna put him in the food. It's green, so that's maxed out, you don't want more than that. And if I were to put this guy in here, it would probably not do that much better. We got lumber coming in. I really need stone. Okay. And make sure the wheat, again, it's very, very hard to micromanage everything in this game. See, plant 60 wheat during the winter and harvest 10 times during the fall. So 600 wheat during the fall. So each farmer. It's very hard. I'm not gonna lie. So my goal here is to make sure that I increase housing and then I get enough food, and then once I have that, I'm gonna start producing weapons, and then I will attack a village later. Now, it takes a while to get to that step, so that's pretty much the game. And a lot of times you're just ending the round and waiting to accumulate all the resources. Now you can tweak the settings in this game so that, oops, where? There's a farm field. Oh no, the peasant died here. Oh, much sadness. Okay. If they're leaving, we could reduce taxes. Okay. Again, I lost the peasant because too many people left. Yes, your happiness in Perigild has reached its maximum. Things are wonderful. You may now consider raising taxes. Thank you. Thank you, tutorial. So, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this game can be difficult. Now, I'm gonna go out here and show you guys the settings for the scenarios. Alright, so you can set resources low, medium, high. I would probably do medium. You can change all of these different things and then play. You can also change the CPU behaviors. Aggressive will expand pretty quickly. Prosperity, nightly, passive, strong, like all of these different things. And you can play. So obviously, again, this is the alpha build. It's the pre-release version that they gave out to people who wanted to cover the game. The early access version will have a lot more. It's going to be coming out soon. So I'm going to end my preview there. I would say that, yeah, it's pretty close to Heroes of Might and Magic. So people who like turn-based games, people who like strategy games are probably going to enjoy this one. It looks pretty solid in that it's relatively challenging. It's more challenging than I thought it was going to be. Kind of reminded me, once again, of Heroes of Might and Magic, but with some elements of Frostpunk. So it's not just, you know, expanding, exploring, you know, turn-based battles. There's like this management aspect to the game that makes it a lot more difficult. Anyways, there you have it, folks. This was Rising Lords. I hope you guys enjoyed what you saw. If you have any questions, comments, things you'd like to see or for me to cover, please feel free to leave a comment down below. And as always, hope you guys are staying safe and sane out there, and catch you guys next time.